Strong words on the front page of an Indianapolis newspaper urging lawmakers there to fix a religious freedom law that was signed by Indiana's governor last week. And today, the governor appears to be giving in to the pressure both in his state and across the U.S. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Governor Mike Pence asking lawmakers to clarify the law and dismiss concerns that it would allow businesses to deny services to gay customers. Pence has strongly defended the law, saying it exists to protect religious liberties, adding he does not believe for 1 minute that lawmakers meant for it to discriminate. But now, this.
I've come to the conclusion that it would be helpful to move legislation this week that makes it clear that this law does not give businesses a right to deny services to anyone.
So all this raises the question, could something like this happen in Minnesota? Fox
9's Ted Haller went out looking for answers. And Ted, I guess the short answer is most likely no, but you're going to tell us why.
Well, to put it simply, Jeff and Amy, it's because of a law and also because of a case. The law prohibits discrimination based on sexual orientation, and the case, it gives a lot of protection for religion.
The difference between this Amish buggy and this one without a triangle is the difference between Minnesota and Indiana.
They didn't want the triangle because it's a worldly symbol, and their religion prohibited worldly symbols in any way whatsoever.
Philip William volunteered to be the lawyer for Amish residents arrested more than 25 years ago for not using the triangle. By taking the case, he would spend 2 years in a legal battle that changed Minnesota law and would avoid a quagmire like in Indiana.
It was a landmark decision. I knew that if we prevailed, it was going to make a big difference in Minnesota for all religions, not necessarily just the Amish.
In 1990, the Amish won. The state Supreme Court held that as long as the Amish used a reasonable alternative, like something else reflective on the buggy, that the state could not force a triangle. In other words, Minnesota government has a big burden to meet when challenging your religious practices.
It's a very, very important decision for anybody, man, woman, or child, that practices their religious beliefs. And it does afford us a great amount of protection, and it was a great decision and something I'm very proud of.
That case, State versus Hirschberger, is why lawmakers here have never passed a religious protection law like in Indiana. They didn't need to. But William believes what Indiana is doing goes too far, that there's no reason to allow businesses to discriminate.
As a lawyer that fights against discrimination, you want to see citizens protected from being discriminated against in services that are provided, in their employment, in any arena whatsoever. You don't want to see men, women, or children discriminated against. So I think what they're doing is wrong, and I think if they were trying to do in Minnesota, it wouldn't work.
An Indiana-like law would also not cause the same problems here because a state law makes it illegal to discriminate based on sexual orientation. Sexual orientation is not protected like that in Indiana, Jeff.
All right, Ted, we'll see what happens there.